They just announced the nerfs, and I have to talk about them. So these are pretty fast emergency nerfs. If you've been playing the game, or even just looking at tournament stats, you would know that there are two very problematic decks in the meta right now in rotation. Combo Forest Craft, which can defeat you on turn 4, 5, 6 with Latika combos, and Amulet Haven Craft, which can defeat you easily on turn 7, 8, 9. Very easy to pilot. So let's take a look. The cards that were nerfed here are Heroic Resolve, Yathalant, God of Prosperity, and Vengeful Sniper. So what did they do, and what do I think? Okay, so for Heroic Resolve, they removed the add 1 to the number of cards played this turn, and they removed the give ward to all allied followers. Now, the give ward being removed is actually pretty good. It gives decks like Sword and Shadow a way out if they're fighting Combo Forest and they happen to not be defeated in the one turn. It means that they still have the opportunity to defeat them on the following turn instead of it being completely unanswerable. But I think obviously the biggest change is the removal of the add 1 to the number of cards played this turn. That is massive, and a lot of the huge combos like Deepwood Anomaly off of Life Banquet, as well as massive boards and Storm Latika on 6 were because of Heroic Resolve. I think this is a good nerf, but it's not ideal, and that's because I have seen players still do crazy combos with Latika without Heroic Resolve at all. What I do think this nerf does is make the combos less unanswerable and less consistent, which is a big deal. I do think that they haven't nerfed Forest maybe enough, but we'll have to see post-patch to see how it actually turns out. I would have loved to see a nerf to Latika, because I still think that Latika could be a big problem. Now, going into Haven, conversely, I think these nerfs honestly are more harsh, frankly, than they needed to be. Haven was a big menace in the meta, and I'm not disagreeing with anybody there, but I will say that Forestcraft, I think on the whole, is a better deck. Yathalant has been pretty much nuked out of existence. Instead of its old effect, it now does banish a random enemy follower, deal 3 to the enemy leader, restore 3 to yours, summon a copy of an allied Havencraft follower destroyed this match. If at least 7 have been destroyed, double it, which is a lot worse. Maybe a better nerf would have been to just make him only proc off of Haven amulets, or make him only proc off of Countdown amulets. Cut off the problem of the Natron Great Tree spam, making his effect too powerful. But again, at least they're hitting the correct deck here. The most straightforward nerf of them all. This one I think is a lot more impactful than people may see on first glance. 2 playpoint Vengeful Sniper is much better than 3 playpoints, not only for deck building curve considerations, but also just because of the power plays you can do. On turn 4, going second, you now can't combo Vengeful Sniper with another 2-drop. Way less combinations of Vengeful Sniper that you can do, obviously, so you can't do 3 Vengeful on 6. So I think this one's actually pretty painful. What I don't like about this nerf in particular is that it also affects Ward Haven, which I don't think was a problem. This is one of those situations where correct card to nerf, and again, correct card to nerf, like I'm not arguing that, but I do think it could have been done differently. Now in Ward Haven, this competes with Enchanted Knight, much worse in Ward Haven now, which I think is sort of a shame because it was fun in Ward Haven, it was good in Ward Haven, and it wasn't, you know, broken like it is in Amulet. Shot might have missed the mark here a little bit in terms of what about the card had to be nerfed. In general, I'm happy that these were the cards that were nerfed, other than the fact that I wish Latika was nerfed as well. But yes, in summary, Heroic Resolve, the nerf is good, but I don't know if it's enough to stop Forest. Yathalant, I think the nerf was overboard, and Vengeful Sniper, I think it could have been nerfed differently. Regardless, I'm still excited about what these changes will bring. These are coming on July 7, midnight Pacific time, so I think that's around 4 p.m. for me. And I'm excited because I really do think that in this expansion, there's so many cool decks to explore. And the card design is so good, and it supports so many archetypes. But in these first few days, they've just been absolutely crushed under heel of Amulet Haven and Combo Forest. If this update brings those two down even a little bit so that the other decks can shine, I think we really have something special going into the next patch. But that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Like the video if you did, don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Shadowverse content in the very near future, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.